It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, December 25th, Christmas frickin' Day, 2021. I'm your host here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, as always, Andrew Rhodes. I hope everybody enjoyed the 12 days of Rantmas. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. The last day went up on the 24th. Yay! It's over. It's done. It's over. Yay! Kind of feel like Kermit the Frog. Yay! Anyway, what do I got to talk about this week on the podcast? Hey, believe it or not, Wheel of Fortune has sparked a controversy, and not in a good way. After a technicality cost the contestant a big ass prize. Oh, there's a freaking shocker for you. Remember World Trigger, the series that next to The Devil is a Part-Timer is one of my favorites? Yeah, well, Chica Amatori, the little tiny... I'm just going to say it. She's the one that is terrified when she blows a hole in the side of the building. And, yeah. You can't hate her. You seriously can't hate her. She's done nothing wrong. And she's featured in the latest visual for Season 3. There has been some sad news, though, out of Japan. And, honestly, how their co-workers of this person are taking it, it really says a lot. So apparently Idoly Pride has said that the late cast member is irreplaceable. I'll explain more about that. Guess what? Bandai is going to be holding a global Digimon Con via YouTube. Holy crap! Via YouTube! Oh, about fucking time. And who out there remembers the Oregon Trail? Ah, yes, looking back on one of the most, screw that, pretty much looking back at one of the most iconic, grueling games of hell that you ever would have imagined. The Oregon Trail would kill you for every single thing you do. Oh, yes, I'm going to be talking about that. But all this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But hey, don't forget, while you're here, hit that thumbs up button, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be made aware when new videos drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. And while you're on the internet, swing on over to Twitter. Check me out over on Twitter at @OtakuRhodes. That's the @ capital OTAKU, capital RHOADS. I also have an eBay page. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay, and I have the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page, so make sure to check me out. I mean, I'm everywhere. I mean, I'm not on Disney Funbucks yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And don't forget, let's see, what else I got? Oh yeah, I also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page if you feel like helping to support the channel. It really does help. Your name will be featured in every single video if, you do subscribe via Patreon and you help out. Your name will appear in every video as a supporter. Thank you for supporting the channel, and names will be down here. So don't forget, you can do that. I have Patreon. It's patreon.com/webdesigner18. And I have a Ko-fi page as well. All links, by the way, minus my eBay one, but the Twitter, Facebook, Ko-fi, and Patreon links can be found in the About Me section here on my channel. And for eBay, it's simple, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. It's all lowercase, so go for it. Check me out. Without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, how did your week go? It's usually how I start this segment off, and honestly, this was a nightmare of a week. So, for starters, I had to work Christmas Eve. And I'm going to say this is the first time. This year has actually been a first for me. This is the first year I've had to work on Black Friday. It is the first year I've actually had to work on Christmas Eve. And it is the first year that I have been heavily contemplating leaving my job. And not in a good way. So basically, because of scheduling that's being done so wrong, I had to work Christmas Eve, and the one other person that works the same thing that I do, they had already requested off because they were going to be out of town, and the other one ended up getting sick. I'm almost certain that she got sick because she wasn't feeling too good Thursday already. So that left me, and I'm there, I'm working, and I'm noticing all the other associates coming in, and I'm like, what the hell? Why did I have to be here? It honestly made no sense to me. I don't even think I put a dent in anything, to be honest with you. Well, I know for a fact I didn't break anything down in the back, so I know I didn't put a dent in jack shit. I basically did jack all. I was like 5 hours of my life wasted, and the person that does the scheduling was a little pissed that I didn't want to stay till 2 o'clock when I was already scheduled to be there till 12, and I was coming to terms with that. It's like, okay, I'll be there till 12. I can still stop to get lunch. I can take care of this, and this. I'm good then. Well, you could work till 1 or 2. Oh, no, I don't want to work till 1 or 2. Well, if you're fine losing the 2 hours. Yeah, I'm fine losing the 2 hours. That's fine. I was going in early a few days this week to help alleviate some of the built-up shit we have going on right now. So, yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with losing 2 hours. Versus my sanity, I'll take the 2 hours. I can't tell you how many questions I had. Do you have this? No. 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 Do you have any more of this? If it's not over there, then no. It's like I'm supposed to have 105 answers for 106 questions, and I honestly don't have answers for half of them. It was just like really annoying. And that was just this week. Next week's going to be even worse. I don't know how I'm going to get a lot of the stuff done that I have to get done, which is really bothering me. I have to work New Year's Eve till 1 o'clock again. So this is honestly, like I said, this is the first year that I have actually been having to do a lot of firsts, and this is the first year that I'm heavily contemplating leaving my job. And it sucks. It really does. But I have my reasons for it. I mean, I've been there for 5 years. This is my 6th holiday that I've been there. And honestly, it's just at the point where I'm kind of thinking either I'm going to break, like mentally, I'm just going to snap and then go postal, or I'm just going to put my hands up in the air and say, well, to hell with this, and then just walk away. I don't know which yet, but I'm getting close to one of them. That's why I started up that's basically why I went back to Patreon, why I tried doing Patreon for this. And I have Ko-fi. I want to try to look into some passive income ideas. I'd like to be able to work from home because I think my mom would like to be able to do something. The local grocery store is constantly hounding her, hey, would you like a job here? But we only have the one car. I can't afford 2 cars. We only have the one car. And honestly, I would rather do something that's more in my wheelhouse. And my wheelhouse is computers. So I would rather be doing something that's more in my wheelhouse than put item A on shelf B. Well, yes, that's fine and dandy I've been doing it for 5 years. I would really like to do something a little more in my wheelhouse and a little more closer to what I can do. But I'm working on it. Hopefully I can do something. I'm going to have to come up with a solution fast for certain reasons that I know are pretty much apparent to the person who's listening to this. I'm going to have to come up with a solution and fast. So this has been a lot of fun. But yeah, that's literally been my week. It's been just one massive, gigantic shit show. I feel like yesterday was honestly a waste of 5 hours of my life. That was 5 hours of my life. I kind of felt like Hans Moman in that episode, the 22 Stories of Springfield, when Apu locked him in the Quickie Mart so he could go to his cousin Sanjay's party. And it's like, oh yeah. I kind of felt like Hans Moman when he unlocked the Quickie Mart and goes, I'm back with 1 minute to spare, unlocks the door, and Hans Moman's inside going, you took 4 minutes of my life, and I want them back. I just waste them anyway. No, but for me, it's you took 5 hours of my life, and I want them back. And I do. I want those 5 hours back that I wasted. I feel like that was a waste yesterday, to be honest with you. I mean, it was just... I couldn't figure out why I was there. I honestly could not figure out why I was there. I really could not figure that out at all, why I was in there. That was just, to me, a gigantic waste of 5 hours. It really was. But anyway, let's dive into the podcast. Let's get this thing started because it's Christmas. I want to wrap this up because I got a lot to do yet today. It's time to celebrate. It's time to, as they said in the other Simpsons episode with the Stonecutters, get drunk and play ping pong! And I don't do either! Alright, so let's start off with Wheel of Fortune, and this is honestly the best, I have to say, this is like the best joke I have heard here ever. So apparently, imagine solving Wheel of Fortune. And for those of you that don't know what Wheel of Fortune is, you're gonna love this. Wheel of Fortune is basically this giant wheel that's on the ground that you spin. And whatever number you land on, that's the amount of money you could win, provided you get, one of the letters in the puzzle correct. Now, you'll get that amount per letter that you turn over. So, like, let's say I say S. And by the way, these are only continents, by the way. Let's say I say S. And, shit ton of S's. Bing, 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 bing. I would get, like, let's say 5 S's, and I had 700. That's $3,500 that I got. And then I could spin again, and again, and again. I spin until you screw up. It's basically Hangman, but with money. There's like a chance for $1 million. There's like $2 million squares. No, sorry. I'm going off the picture here, by the way, too. There's $3 million. $4 million. $1 million squares. 2 bankruptcy and a lose a turn. Bankrupt is they just take everything. It's basically they MC Hammer your ass. they MC Hammer your ass. It's hammer time. Yeah, basically. But so a contestant basically goes on here, and what you do on Wheel of Fortune, because I'm doing this for those of you that have never heard of this, or you may remember it, but you want to refresh your course. So you go on here, it's usually like 3 or 4 rounds, solve the puzzle, get a prize. Solve the puzzle, rack up some cash, and that's basically how it goes. So, the contestant with the most that wins it at the end, that basically gets it at the end. It's not the one with the most money, it's the one that gets it at the end, that gets the final puzzle, that solves it correctly. You get to move on to the bonus round, the final round. It's basically the final battle between you and the board. And you're basically given a whole bunch of letters, R, S, T, L, N, and E. And then you need to come up with 2 consonants and a vowel. I keep saying continents. It's 2 consonants and a vowel. So you have to come up with, those. And there you go. Now, this is the part that's funny. So you solve the Wheel of Fortune puzzle, only to miss out on the incredible prize because of a minor technicality. Yeah. So apparently on Tuesday's episode of the popular game show, the contestant was not allowed to collect on a brand new Audi Q3 in the bonus round because she paused a bit too long between words in her answer while correctly solving the puzzle. Yeah, so accordingly, she went into the bonus round, which had the category clue, what are you doing? With $16,500 in prize money. She first guessed choosing the right card, but the correct answer was choosing the right word. She eventually got there, but not in a way that's acceptable according to the rules of the game, which, by the way, I will agree with this article, because I know that Jeopardy has its set of standard rules. You have, must answer in the form of a question. You cannot, buzz in. If you don't know the answer, you lose. They have their set of rules. And there's technicalities for them, but this is just a nightmare. Well, here's the downside. Because she paused, and how she did it was, just before the buzzer rang, she said, choosing the right word. She took too long. And that brief pause before the last word was more than significant than she had thought, according to Pat Sajak, which, by the way, I have no respect for him. I never did. He was never really one of my favorites. There was a Commish episode where he played a radio shrink that was being hunted down by the one person in the episode, and I'm like, yeah, I believe it. It's like, I believe it. I believe it. So Sajak goes, this one's tough because you said all the right words, including the word, but as you know, it's got to be more or less continuous. will allow for a little pause, but not 4 or 5 seconds. I'm sorry, you did a good job in getting it, but we can't give you the prize, and it was the Audi. Yeah. So, you can just imagine the massive shitstorm that came about this. Fans immediately took to Twitter to complain about the technicality and demand the contestant receive her Audi for getting the answer correct in the allotted time. In all honesty, you're going to have pauses in this. And I do agree. You're looking at words that are going to be like a 4-letter word. Do you know how many if anybody out there has ever played Hangman, do you know how many 4-letter words there are? I had this little PDA, this little like digital assistant thing or organizer when I was a kid. And I remember the one time my best friend invited me to, there was a Super Bowl party. And I was somewhat bored out of my mind, so I'm going to bring this along just in case something sucks. I can just play Hangman for a while. And I did. I was playing Hangman, and he was helping me, and the 3-letter words can stump you. The 4-letter words can really screw you. I mean, sometimes it can be either or, too. I mean, the 3-letter words can really screw you, and the 4-letter words can stump you. But, yeah. So, they immediately took to Twitter. They were demanding that she receive her prize. Hashtag Wheel of Fortune. You know what? I'm going to take a long pause for Wheel of Fortune, according to one upset viewer, which that's a good one. Give her the car at Wheel of Fortune. This is ridiculous, someone else wrote. Yeah, I'd be really pissed off here at this. I'm not even going to lie. But that was sharing similar sentiments. There was another one that said, give her the car. Yeah, they're just really, really not happy with this. So then there's Audi. Be the bigger person and give that lady her car. Thank you, another one wrote. Yeah. At Wheel of Fortune, we had... this is one of my favorites, though, okay? This is good. So, this one was, at Wheel of Fortune, well, we had a good run. I won't watch the show anymore. That lady won the Audi. She answered the phrase within the time frame allowed. You have hidden rules. Fake show. I'll never watch again unless she gets the Audi and the rules change. According to some, I love that fun fight. That's one of my favorite. And you gotta love, I did pull up a video of this then, there was like a clip of it, and I just love how Sajak's just like, well, he's really trying to compose himself, like, well, I really want to give you the car, but unfortunately you screwed up and I can't, so suck off. And it's just like, he's being like really magnanimous about it. But the fans have been clamoring, though, for a while for Wheel of Fortune to address some of their hidden rules that have cost contestant prizes on technicalities. Several people have been ensnared by the "and" rule on the crossword puzzle challenge. That forces them to list the words, and only the words, without using "and" before the final one on the list. Those who make the mistake of merely putting their answer in the form of a sentence will lose out on massive cash prizes. Yeah. It's like the reverse of Jeopardy, and that's what freaking pisses me off. But no, I will agree. I will agree wholeheartedly, okay? 100% I will agree on this. I still think she should get something. And this is how I feel it. Look, she answered in the time frame. Okay, she answered in the time frame. And you're making this like, oh, well, she didn't answer quickly enough. She didn't answer like in one continuous sentence. Ooh, she didn't answer in one continuous sentence. Wow. And wow. So she didn't answer in one sentence. That's why she didn't get it? Choosing the right, and you're going through like, quickly pulling up the, couple words in your head that might fit this word. Bing. I got it. But not in our allotted time frame. Therefore, we can't give you the prize. I'm sorry. What the hell? What the fuck? Yeah, no. That honestly would piss me off. And I agree with a lot of these people because, first off, they're mad, and they're mad for a valid reason. This isn't like the, oh, well, she didn't get it because, the buzzer rang and then she said word. No, she got it. But because, and this is one of the best parts. Now, keep in mind, for a lot of these prizes, the game shows will have like a budget. The Audi Well, yeah, okay, that's our budget. They might have been like, this could be a possible problem for us. We may not be able to afford this one. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to, no. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to deny this. No, you didn't get it. Or let's say we have another issue. Like, remember when Oprah gave out the Pontiacs? So she was passing out the Pontiacs like candy, and everybody had to pay the tax. Well, you have to pay taxes on your game show prizes. So if you win on Wheel of Fortune, you got to pay the taxes on that. And the producers could have been like, no. We foresee issues down the road. They might have had like some information and be like, yeah, no, forget it. Technicality rule 703-2 just installed. I mean, there are slimy ways that these game shows do get away with this. And there are times when there's like a slip up, there's a screw up or something like that. But when you get it within the time frame, and then all of a sudden you pull this, technicality out of your ass that, and first off, how known was this technicality? For starters, that's the other point I want to make. How known was this technicality? I mean, was this something that fans knew about for years? Is this in your official rules? Is this in the official rules of Wheel of Fortune? That if I go onto this show, I have to answer, boom, within one sentence, I gotta get it. If I pause, I don't get it, because then that pauses the break. Is this in the rules? Because I don't ever remember that being in the rules of Wheel of Fortune. I remember playing the game. There was like a neat little board game for Wheel of Fortune. I remember playing that. So unless it's in the rules, which I don't think it's in the rules, so unless it's in the rules, I want to know what the holy is going on here. Okay? I want to know this. Because I'm getting the feeling that either A, the Wheel of Fortune production was a little over budget, and they were like, okay, we didn't have the Audi anymore. Okay, good. We don't have the Audi to give away. Oh, crap, she picked the Audi. Technicality, Sajak, technicality, A113, Sajak, A113. Because you know that the hosts have a little microphone in their ear. Because if there's an issue, there's just no way. There's no way that Sajak would know every single technicality in this goddamn rule book. There's no way. All of a sudden, you got like the producer in the back of your ear going, no, Sajak, no, she didn't get it. She didn't answer in a one continuous sentence. She took too long of a pause to get the final part, so no. Yeah, I would be a little pissed off, okay? And that's the truth. I would be fucking pissed at that. I agree with the people that are annoyed and angry. Give her the damn car. Or at least give her, like, a... okay, you're not going to give her the car. At least give her, like, a suitable replacement price. Like, look, we can't give you the car, but here's half the value of the car added into what you had going into the final. Have a nice day. That's what I would... That's honest to God what I would do. It's like, here's half of what you got. Going into, here's half of, what the value of the car was. We're just going to add that to this. Here you go. Get lost. And we're going to consider the matter closed. Do something. Because this is going to sully. The downside is that when you have something like this happen, it kind of sullies and really hurts the reputation of the show. Because now people are going to be like, well, do I really want to watch Wheel of Fortune anymore? I mean, it was a good show. It seemed like such a good show. And then it went to pot so fast. And I'd be like, yeah, I feel the same way. It went to fucking pot. And honestly, I don't deny it in any way, shape, or form. I don't deny it. It went to pot. It went to pot hard. And honestly, I think this is going to be this might be the start of the downward spiral for it. Because this is going to open up how many other technicalities? Because I remember there was a controversy with The Price is Right years ago. And this is during this is the Drew Carey era of The Price is Right. Okay, this isn't the Bob Barker era. This is the Drew Carey era, where the Bathing Beauty accidentally, revealed the prize. It's like, oh, here, you won the car. Because, she, because the lady had taken like one guess. It's like, okay, here you go. And then they had to give her the car. They actually justified that. I remember reading that because they're like, look, we were filming for a while. This is like, I think they said it was like the third or fourth show they had filmed that day because they were trying to like speed through some stuff. She was tired. she simply screwed up. Even Drew Carey goes, look, it's an understandable mistake. Okay, it happens. Shit happens. People do make mistakes. We're human. But as far as Wheel of Fortune's concerned, they're not as strict as Jeopardy when it comes to their rules, but if this technicality was there, I'm wondering, was it one that was known to the public since the show's inception? Because if it wasn't, I have questions. I have a lot more questions than you're willing to answer. I guarantee it. But I don't know. I'm pissed about it. I will agree, I'm pissed. I feel like she got robbed, but hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes you just can't fix stupid, I guess. World Trigger. I gotta admit, this series came out of left field for me. I remember watching the first, it was like 70-some episodes. Yes, 73 episodes was the first season. And I remember watching that on Tubi. And I got sucked into it. I spent an entire summer watching it. Then I found out it ends on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, you sons of bitches, they blue-balled the hell out of you. Then all of a sudden it came back, and I started watching season 2 earlier this year. Then I lost internet for a week, and then I had to start catching back up on it, because season 3's out. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with World Trigger, first off, stop what you're doing, watch it. It is a beautiful, sucks your ass right in anime. Not only does it suck you in, but it hook, line, and suckers your ass to make sure that you're watching the next episode to find out what's going on next. So, we got Chika Amatori. She's one of the 3 protagonists. She's part of the little team that we follow in this. She is the center point right now of the latest visual for the 3rd season, which is currently airing. And I didn't realize it, so I said, I gotta catch up with season 2. But it hasn't stopped new visuals from surfacing, though. And the latest one, the series of character-centric visual, puts a spotlight on Chika Amatori from Tamakoma 2nd. She is basically part of their little squad. It's really interesting, because she's the one with the massive Triton level. That's their power source in this. She's the one with the massive Triton level. So she's the sniper. And you have this little tiny elementary school kid. Sort of like elementary middle school. This little tiny kid is holding this big ass gun. And when she started training, this is the best part. I'm not even joking about this. So they're testing their skills for the snipers. She blows a hole through the wall right outside. Like, you can see daylight. She immediately turns around to the instructor. And you can see that picture. It's in the article here. It's perfect. It's like, I didn't mean to destroy it. Here you're thinking you're the guy that's in charge of the finances, the accountant of this entire organization, the accountant, okay? He just comes charging in, the accountant border. He comes charging in, and it's like, who put a hole in my wall? And he starts berating the instructor for blowing a hole into his wall. And then you just have little Chika. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I'll pay for the damages. And then all of a sudden, I can't think of the other 2. I know the one's Yuya. I can't think of the other guy's name. What the hell was his name? Hold on a second. It's here on the thing. Where the hell is it? Damn it! All right, I thought his name was in the thing here. I have to pull it up then. But all of a sudden, they come rushing in. I think it's Makoto and Yuma, or Yuya. They come rushing in. It's like, oh my god, she's in trouble. And here the guy, this guy's like a raging bull, like really pissed off. Like the bull had just seen the color red, and it's now pissed. And all of a sudden, he's like, it's okay. We can rebuild the wall. It won't take us that long. It's amazing that you have such a high Triton level. That's so good for someone like you. It's so nice. No, don't cry. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. No, it's perfectly fine. He's just like a complete and total 180. It's like he stripped about 70 gears, shifted into reverse like that. Like, he is full pissing and moaning. You blew a hole in my wall, you son of a bitch. You're paying for this, coming out of your goddamn pay for the next 70 years. Then all of a sudden, it's like, I'm sorry, it was my fault, I'll pay for it. No, sweetie, it's okay. I'm really impressed that you were able to do that. Oh, no, don't worry about it, sweetie. It won't take us long to repair the wall. It'll only take about an hour or two. It's fine. You have a lot of talent there. And it's like a complete 180. It was so damn funny. I was laughing my ass off at it. I'm like, yep, that was just perfect. I'm like, yeah, that was just so damn good. But I'm like, oh my god, that was funny as hell. But yeah, so she's the character spotlight in the latest visual. And I gotta admit, I mean, she does have a lot of power. Because when they were invaded the first time that we saw this, it was a huge arc. I can never pronounce the name of the group that invaded them. It was like Afikotor or something. They came in and they started using creatures that would basically, if they hit you, you turned into Triton cubes. And they captured a whole bunch of the, cadets that basically, the trainees that did not have the bailout system yet. So they captured a whole bunch of them. Well, poor Chica got turned into a Triton cube, and all of a sudden they're focusing their efforts on capturing her because she's got a massive Triton level. It's like, ooh, there's a golden baby bird here. Because they want to take the Triton cubes back to their home world to use them to basically fuel their home world. So all of a sudden it's like, yeah, no. So, of course, they protect her. They manage to save her. It comes at the cost of, a few decent things it comes at the cost of. But either way, they do manage to save her and a few other people, but not everybody. They do have some losses. But it was just interesting how it's like, yeah, she just blew a hole in the wall. Because at the end of the first season, she was having to come to grips with, she's the sniper. And she didn't want to target any individual person because she's afraid that when she hits them, the Triton energy from their, Triton body that they have when they activate their trigger form, that basically to her seems like blood, and she's terrified of that. So the one person on one of the other teams, realizing that, hey, there's not a lot of snipers that are really this good, she's kind of talented, decides he's going to give her a piece of, a little piece of advice and give her some help. He tells her about, here, try this, type of Triton weapon. And it's basically a gun, but it shoots lead weights instead of actual energy bullets. And it just shoots lead weights. Goes, doesn't kill anybody, slows them down massively, and your teammates can help finish them off. Because for a sniper, she's basically explained this, that once you get like 1 or 2 shots off, your position's exposed. And it's true. Once you get like two or three shots off, your position's exposed. That's it. So now, of course, she's terrified that, oh my god, she's never going to be able to do this. But start of the second season, she was doing really good. But like I said, I got to catch back up on this show. This was a hidden gem that I just fell in love with. So yeah, I got to catch back up on this. But yeah, so she's in the latest visual for season 3, which is currently streaming. I gotta catch up on this because I miss so much. I gotta catch up on this. But yeah, definitely one of the best moments though. She blew the hole through the wall. She blew the hole through the wall. That was the best moment ever. Alrighty, so there was some sad news that came out of Japan, unfortunately. The 35-year-old voice actress and singer Sayaka Kanada died. Unfortunately, she passed away. One of her many credits was voicing Mana Nagase in Idoly Pride. And the franchise has declared that it will not replace her with a new voice actress. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with what this basically entails, let me take you back to Hiromi Suru, who voiced Bulma in the Dragon Ball franchise in Japan. She tragically passed away. And they were like, what in the hell do we do? And they did find somebody to replace her. Sounds, honest to God, it does sound a hell of a lot like her. That, I mean, it might be like a slight difference, but you just, the rest of it sounds perfect. But I do remember, like, a lot of the pictures and everything. You had Bulma riding on the back of Shenron to the afterworld with Vegeta holding Bulla, and Trunks, like, you know, just literally sitting there. They're just literally standing there like, you know, Mama, and he's waving goodbye to her. She's going off because it was a tribute to her because she'd voiced the character for how long. And I almost get the feeling that something similar will happen to Goku's voice actor or voice actress, because she's been doing Goku. She does a lot of the characters though in the Dragon Ball franchise. She does a lot of them. When she goes, that's gonna be it. I mean, god damn, when she goes, whew, man, that's gonna spell disaster for the franchise for sure. But yeah, Idoly Pride though has said they will not replace they will not replace Sayaka with anybody new. The staff came to this conclusion because they feel that Kanata brought the character to life, and furthermore, it is irreplaceable by anyone. They did not add more details beyond that, though, about future plans. Along with her work on Idoly Pride, she was also voiced and can be heard in the Sword Art Online movie Ordinal Scale, which I have not seen yet. Sword Art Online Alicization, War of the Underworld Part 2. I dropped off after episode 10 of SAO Season 3. Let's see. Star Blazers 2202. Convenience Store Boyfriends. Airbound. Danganronpa 3. The End of Hope's Peak High School. Yeah, The End of Hope's Peak High School, Future Arc, My Love Story, and Shonen Maid, among many others. In addition to this, she was a voice of Anna for the Japanese dub of Disney's Frozen. So, this is like huge news here. It's really sad. The news of her death is being reported far beyond Japan, showing how many people she affected during her life. She died from a fall in her hotel room. In her hotel. Well, hotel room, I guess. Police haven't found any evidence of foul play, but are unsure whether she committed suicide or if it was an accident. Her parents spoke shortly with the public, with her father saying, we said goodbye to her, and only closest family members attended the cremation. It's just a thing over there in Japan. They don't bury, they cremate. This is a small island, too, so yeah. Funimation gave this description of Idoly Pride, though. After a successful audition, high school student Kotono Nagase and her best friend move into a dorm with 8 other aspiring idols. They quickly realize it takes more than cute choreography and cute outfits to reach the top. It will take blood, sweat, and tears to advance in the Idol Ranking Venus program, where the top spot was once almost held by Kotono's older sister, superstar Mana Nagase. So, yeah, this is definitely... That's definitely gonna hurt. I mean, okay, so they're not going to change it out so they could easily make it that, look, you know, she's just not going to be in it anymore. Find some way to pay respects. I mean, the worst thing... I'm going to say this. The worst thing you can do when you have someone die that does a character is kill that character off. Because it's just painful. You can't exactly voice them. If you don't want to replace them, that's fine. Just write them out. Say, like, you know, they've gone off to college, they, you know, started a new life, or they're only appearing in images where they just, like, move their head or just smile and kind of, like, they fill you with hope without saying a damn word. You know, use visual images to express how, you know, much of an impact they made. What you don't do is kill them off, because then that kind of feels, at least to me in a way, it feels disrespectful to both the character and the person that voiced the character. But then again, for other people, it might be, closure. Like, look, the character died with them. It's just one of those sad things that there's no real easy solution. But this is interesting. So, now, in the article on here, the police have said that they have not found any foul play, but they are unsure whether she committed suicide or if it was an accident. Yet down here in the article, this is a little disturbing here, Otaku USA magazine. So I just want to point this out for those of you that are looking at this and going, okay, because you're going to see down here underneath source ANN, which is Anime News Network, they go, if you or someone you know is contemplating suicide, please know that there is help available in America. And then they give you the number for suicide hotline. They did not say anything about suicide in this. They did not say anything about suicide, and they put suicide hotline number on here. So, yeah. That's, at least to me, that's a little disturbing there, Otaku. But, I mean, I get it, but if they would have said foul play, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. If they would have said suicide, then you would put that down. They didn't say suicide. They didn't say, no, they didn't say that, but yet you have that. Now watch them change it. When was this put up? 21st. Okay, maybe they won't change it. That to me seems a little bit creepy. But yeah, she's gonna be missed. I'm not gonna lie, she is going to be missed. But yeah, I mean it's gonna hurt either way. But what to do now with the character? That's the next big question. Because I mean, like I said, this would pretty much be. And if I were Funimation and Toei, I would be taking a real good hard look at this. Because whatever they do, if it works, have that in the back pocket for when Goku's voice dies. Or if it doesn't work, remember why it didn't work and don't screw it up. But yeah, this is one of those, you don't know what's going to happen yet until it happens, so you got to just take the good with the bad. Hopefully, I'm assuming that they're going to pay respects somehow, some way, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll be tasteful. It may not be. Who knows? It depends on how they handle stuff. And honestly, I don't see them handling... that's the problem with like any animation. When they have to handle death, it's never a good thing. It doesn't end well in any way, shape, or form. And that's the main problem. But, yeah, hopefully they handle this well. I really hope they do. But there's really nothing you can say about it. There really isn't. Conventions. Hey, guess what? Digimon's gonna have a convention! Digimon Con! Con! No, I'm not talking about the one from Star Trek. Con! It's a Digimon Con! Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry I had to. Digimon fans can get ready to digivolve together. Oh, God. All right, well, that was a bad pun. Bandai's revealed plans for a global online event to celebrate all things related to the series. Digimon Con has been announced to kick off via YouTube on February 27th, 2022 at 10 a.m. Japanese time, or Japan time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time on the 26th. Fans will be able to enjoy it in both English and Japanese. So, let's see what date that is. Let's go to our friendly friend, the calendar. Oh, calendar, tell me when the 20th... It's a Saturday! It's a Saturday! It's a Saturday! All right. Yay! So the official website describes the event. The first iteration of Digimon Con seeks to be a celebration of all things Digimon, presenting a wide range of content for the enjoyment of people all over the world who love Digimon. It will be free to view. Yes! Yes! Woohoo! Woohoo! Free to view, baby! Free to view! FTV! 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 Free to view! It's not pay-per-view, it's free to view! Content planned so far includes a Digimon anime special planning segment, a Digimon series game info segment, info on the Digimon Vital Bracelet series, an announcement of the initial selection results of the Digimon illustration competition, and a special live performance by singer Ayumi Miyazaki. Or Miyazaki. Maya or Miyazaki, yeah, cool. It is kind of cool. But the illustration contest, the illustration competition, it's being held in both Japan and the U.S. starting, ironically, today, I guess, when the article came out, and running until February 7th of 2022. The theme is Digimon's cool or cute scenes, and the grand prize winner will get 300,000 yen! $2,640 American. Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually. That's all. Yeah. So here are the 8 Digimon the competition wants entrants to choose from. The sad part is I can actually only tell you 7 of these. I can only name 7 of these. You got Lilymon, Machinedramon, Devimon, Numamon, Patamon, Terriermon, Agumon, and one that I don't know the name of. Oh, that's not good. Yep, that's I don't know the name. Oh my god, I don't know the name. Oh, that's not good. But yeah, so for those of you that don't remember what the hell Digimon is, it was basically what Fox tried to compete with Pokemon against. See, the 4 kids in this, what was it? 4 kids, basically, the WB got the rights with 4 kids to air Pokemon. And Fox was like, hold my beer. We bring you Digimon, digital monsters. It's the same as Pokemon, but they're computerized. Yeah. Yeah, it basically went over like a wet fart. It wasn't bad per se, but for what it wanted to bring to the table, I think it failed miserably at it. And that's a sad thing. So, of course, now you have here, let's really, really, really look at this and go forward. It didn't work out as well as they had hoped. Now, does this mean that it was all bad? Well, no. I kind of like Digimon. The first season was good. Second season was mediocre, but alright as far as a continuation goes. It's one of those, when you look back on it now, it wasn't that bad, but when you first watched it, it's like, man, they really had to up the ante a lot. Third season, I got lost. First, it starts off with, there's a government organization looking for the Digimon to capture them or send them back to the digital world. Then all of a sudden it became, there's a virus in the digital world. It's like a disease. And I'm like, the hell am I watching now? Yeah. Fourth season was one of my favorites, and it's one that's hated by so many. It's Frontier. I love that one, because I like the whole aspect of, the humans fusing with the Digimon. It kind of it does make them kind of become one in a way. They started this off with the Biomerge Digivolution to get to the Megaforms and Tamers, and then Frontier just took it a whole new step. But of course they're like, oh no, that's the worst. No, then we got Data Squad. Data Squad was the worst as far as I'm concerned. Then we had nothing for a while till Digimon Fusion hit us here. And I kind of liked it. But of course Nickelodeon screwed it over, so then we ended up not having that anymore. And meanwhile, over in Japan, it was just still going strong. There was Digimon, Appimon, which I thought was really cool from the clips that I saw. I kind of wish they would have given us a version of that here. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, no. Then we got the newer Digimon, the 2020 reboot, which was actually, I kind of liked it. I thought that was a lot better than the original one. I really did. I thought that was way better than the original series was, because the original series to me always felt a bit rushed. Like, okay, no sooner do we defeat Devimon, we're off to the next server. Then all of a sudden you have Tai get sucked back into his world, only to realize that it's the literal day he left. He's got to return back. Meanwhile, all of his friends are separated because the hour he spent there equated to, like, a couple years there. It's like, what the hell? Then they take on Myotismon, come back to the human world, which led to one of my favorite lines ever with the prophecy. Then you have the Mega Evolutions for War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Then we're taking on the Dark Masters. Then we're taking on Apocalypse. And then it's basically, we're done. Goodbye! Then Season 2, and it's like, yeah. No, this one definitely started off strong. And I just appreciated how it went. Especially when War Greymon first appeared. That was impressive. That really was cool. I think I watched that clip like a good 100 times. I just loved it. But yeah, so Digimon Con. I'm down for the Digimon Con. I am down for that. And I like the concept. Like I said so many times, virtual conventions would be something that we could still do. Because you could get people that may not be able to fly there, that they can't physically afford to get there. I mean, if you want to charge like a ticket or a pass or something, yeah, go for it. They may be able to afford the pass, but they can't afford the airfare to get there. Virtual conventions, hey, look, we put it up via YouTube. Here you go. Here you go. You can watch it via YouTube. You're good. That's how that would work. I'm all for it. I am all for the Digimon Con. I'm all for the Digimon Con. 100%. I'm for the con. I am for the Digimon Con. It sounds like a really bad rap, too. It's the Digimon Con. But no, either way, I'm down for this. It does sound like a lot of fun. So hopefully it does well, and we can do this again and again and again and again and again. But, yeah, hopefully it does well. I'm pulling for it. I really am. Alright, time to talk about one of the most infamous, grueling classroom computer games that will pretty much give you PTSD just remembering it. It's the Oregon Trail. This almost feels like something that I think Gray still plays to try. Can I beat the Oregon Trail? Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. You really have to commit to this. This is like, you really gotta commit to the Oregon Trail. You constantly, like, died of dysentery, your family's dead, you get screwed, and I remember we were literally talking about this earlier this week at work, because the person that is in charge of me, the merch manager, she went to the same school that I did, and we were talking about this. It's like, oh yeah, I remember playing the Oregon Trail. Oh my god, I remember that nightmare. And then I was telling him about the Amazon Trail. So it's basically like the Oregon Trail, only you're going down the Amazon River. You have to save the Incas in the past with some, futuristic mumbo-jumbo bullshit. And I'm like, I can never get past the one point in the goddamn game because you keep dying. It's either your boat capsizes, or you get malaria, or you get a fever, or you get the plague, or you just get fucked. And it just made me get freaking PTSD of the Oregon Trail. And I'm like, what the hell is with this game? But yes, for those of you that don't ever remember playing this, I'm pretty sure you can find it for free online. I'm almost certain of that. God, I remember the Oregon Trail. Jesus Christ. It was probably one of your first forays into computer gaming. It probably was. If not, probably would have been. It was originally played with a printer. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah. But, it had a release, the iconic Apple II release. It spat out of a printer in 1971, about 800 lines of code and all, and it was a foundation. But it wasn't the version that rose to stardom and eventually spawned countless memes and countless screwing you over. That game's, it was the game in 1985's release for the Apple II that etched its legacy in the memory of a generation that would forever be haunted by, you have died of dysentery. Oh my god. I remember playing this. I'm not going to go through the entire article. They're literally going through the entire history, but it's a good read. It's interesting. Again, link in the description as always. But yeah. I know this thing got like many different releases, but oh my god, I just remember it so badly. It's like, oh no, you gotta hunt buffalo. Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Oh, well, you've died now. Oh, your family's dead. Oh, your family's dead. Oh, your family's dead. Oh, you're dead. It's like you get malaria, you got scarlet fever, you got sick, you died, you got sick, you died. I mean, you can pull up a video of people 100%ing this. Because I did that for the Amazon Trail. I found a video of somebody that 100%ed that. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the fuck did you do that? I mean, I'm literally watching this video. I'm like, how did you do that? How did you manage to 100% this? I couldn't even get past, like, the first section. You freaking die. Your boat capsizes. You've drowned. Oh, god damn it! It's like the random number generator is out to get me with that game. Oh my god. It was just, it was hilarious. But yeah, a lot of people, this was their first foray into computer gaming. Because you had the Oregon Trail. There was a 3DS release. I think it had like a crap ton of other releases. I think there's a mobile version now too. There's like a PC and Mac version, and of course the original one that went on the printer that I discussed already. But that thing was just a fucking nightmare. Oh, you've died of dysentery. Oh, come on! You've died of dysentery. Oh, for the love of God! It's just over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I just cannot understand the concept of it, to be honest with you. It bothers me in a way. Because it feels like, well, we tried, but you still failed. First off, they did not skimp. Okay? They did not skimp on it being a massively difficult game. Because it showed you this was a difficult time for them that were doing the Oregon Trail. The actual Oregon Trail. That was hell on earth for them. They did not flinch in capturing that same psychological nightmare for you. You're not feeling the physical aspects, you're feeling the psychological ones for years to come. Freaking PTSD. Oh, you died. You died. You died. Oh, God. I remember, what was the one part? Oh, yeah. You could wade across the river, or you could look for a more shallow path. If you try wading across the river, you lose half your shit or everything, and then you're all gonna die in like a day. There's no food. The buffalo drowned. We're screwed. The oxen are dead. We're screwed. I'm like, yeah, here we go again. I just remember this game for the nightmare fuel that it was. It has sparked so many memes. 50 years of traveling, by the way. This thing is 50 years old. And holy shit. It is a freaking nightmare to just remember the Oregon Trail. And I remember that was like the huge thing for a lot of us. In school, it was like, oh yeah, here, we can play a computer game. Hey, cool, we get the Oregon Trail. So we're trying to play the Oregon Trail. Man, if you manage to go further than a month in that game without dying, you are God. You're like, man, they're really good at this. Oh my God, they're really good at this. Then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, now they're starting to suck at this. Okay, now they suck. It's like, yeah, now they suck. Yeah, it's almost like the same thing that happened with Pokemon. Remember? I remember when I was in high school, the one person was playing a Pokemon game in class. We were watching, it was a PA local history, and we're watching a video, and I see him. He's got a little Game Boy, and he's playing, I don't remember if it was red, I think it was blue. And I'm just kind of like looking at it, paying attention, So I'm like, huh. And he's trying to take on Agatha's ghost Pokemon, and he's getting his ass kicked. And I just kind of wrote down a piece of paper and just slid it, and he kind of got a little pissed off, and I'm like, read it. And then all of a sudden he reads it, and it says, elemental moves work better on ghosts. Then all of a sudden it's like, after that, a couple questions like, what do I use against this? Thunderbolt. Thank you. What should I use against this? Thank you. Then all of a sudden it got passed around school. Yo, Rosie's a Pokemon god. I'm like, yep, I am the Pokemon god. it's like, because I had played, my first game was Sapphire. So it's like, I remembered that. It's like, yeah, I remember playing Sapphire. I remember getting my ass kicked in Sapphire. I remember learning the hard way. I can't have Blaziken do all my battling for me. Although I still wish I had that Blaziken. That thing was badass strong. I took on ghost types with mirror move like it was nothing. It's beautiful. But, yeah, so I remember the Oregon Trail, though. And I love how they intentionally designed the game to be fairly difficult. Hardly anyone who plays the game for the first time makes it all the way to Oregon. Yeah, no fucking shit. You're gonna die of dysentery. You're gonna die of malaria. You're gonna fucking die when your fucking wagon capsizes in the 2-foot-high river. You're gonna die. I mean, it's not that difficult. But I like that they wanted people to enjoy it for like 20, 30, or 40 hours before getting tired of the game. Oh, you can get tired of it after you die about the 17th time and you haven't managed to leave the starting point. It's like, oh, hell, I'm only 75 hours into this. How many times have I died now? 108. Yeah, fuck this game. Hey, you want to rage quit a game? Yeah, there you go. I was the original rage quitter. Oh, man. It is arguably, though, it is a tough game. I will not deny that. I could not beat it. I could not even get too far. But then when we were talking about it at work, and that's when I brought up the whole, it's literally when I brought up the whole, Amazon Trail game, and it's like, yeah. It's like, this is the Amazon Trail. It's like, it's basically the Oregon Trail, but set in the Amazon River. It's like, you could die of everything. And you could die when your boat capsized. Your boat can literally hit a twig and you capsize. You hit a whirlpool, we capsized. You hit a log, we capsized. You have to photograph every fucking creature. It's birds, insects, flowers, you name it. You need to do that. You need to trade and barter along the way because you need to get this rare plant, which you can get real early in the fucking game. Then it's like, okay, let's just beeline it straight to the Incas. We can do this. You captured malaria. You've died. God damn it! It's like, no sooner do you end up getting malaria, you're dead. I'm like, you son of a bitch! Then it's the really bad part that you can choose one of two guides. You have a guy or a girl. The girl is about the nicer end of the spectrum. The guy is just a horrid son of a bitch for that. I mean, every time you pick something that you want, it's like, we need to get moving. We've hit a log and capsized. We've lost all of our food. I'm like, well, who's the one that steered the freaking canoe into the goddamn log? Because it wasn't me. The Oregon Trail, you try to go across a 2-foot-high river. You capsized the wagon. It's like, how? How did the wagon capsize in a 2-foot-high river? The dog crossed it no problem. They freaking did a doggy paddle. The oxen got across no problem. How did the wagon capsize? I could never figure that out. It's 2 feet high. How'd the wagon capsize? That makes no sense to me. Oh, but I remember that game. Freaking PTSD nightmare. Oh, I will never forget that game. I will never forget the nightmare, the PTSD. Oh, God, I remember it all. It is all painful, but I remember it all. Oh. Alright, everybody, and that's going to pretty much do it then this week for the Christmas edition of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. And hey, I'll see you all next year, because after I sneeze, it'll be 2022! This is the last podcast for 2021! I can't believe that. I can't believe it. In 7 days. In 7 days, it'll be 2022. Oh, wow. Yay. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way to record and upload this because certain events going on. So hopefully I can get stuff to work. Hopefully! If not, screw it. I'll find a way to get it up somehow. I have never missed a podcast before, and I'm not starting now. And 2022 is not going to start me off on missing one either. So until next week, everybody, until the next time I see you and talk with you, until the next time you hear my sultry voice, this has been Andrew Rhodes for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. It's patreon.com/webdesigner18. And we have a Ko-fi page. Be sure to check us out. And until next time, I am out of here. Catch us all next time. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, and enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. And welcome into the new year, because, woohoo, it's finally over. 2021, so over. Then it comes to 2022, the sequel. This time it's number 2.